the discomfort that many of his colleagues exhibited around members of the homosexual community. He noticed that they weren't comfortable. Being a psychotherapist, his colleagues didn't hit anybody. His colleagues didn't cuss anybody out. His colleagues didn't call anybody a name. They were just simply uncomfortable. And this man came up with a term that have become an official designation. He's dead now. Did I tell you he was dead? He's dead. He made up a term, and now even we are afraid to be called that term. He created a word a word that was meaningless. A word to describe people who just was simply uncomfortable. I can understand why a man would be uncomfortable with a man who views him as a potential sex partner. I can understand why a woman would be uncomfortable. I didn't say violent. I didn't say rude. I didn't say ugly. Just uncomfortable. I mean, if I know that that's what's going on in you, I don't even know how to take a compliment. You say to me, hey man, I like that tie. I'm wondering what you're saying. You know, how do I take that? If I am a potential, if you see me and you're a man as a potential sex partner, I don't know how to take you saying I like those shoes. Right. What are you saying? Because that's an unnatural desire. I'm not gonna hit you. And he didn't see anybody hurting anybody. He just saw people uncomfortable. You know the phrase he came up with that he created? Homophobic. Now we call people a made-up term. It's not Bible. It didn't come from God. It described it was a word looking for a definition. Came up with a term that essentially meant nothing to describe people simply being uncomfortable with folk living in a manner that the Bible said was wrong. And now that term have grown to describe to describe preachers who preach the Bible. Come on, sir. You can't now, not only can you not be uncomfortable, you can't preach scripture and anything else without being labeled. This is the world. You know, I feel like tonight that I'm preaching to some Presbyterians and some 2x4s. But it's all right anyhow. Oh my. Yeah, he died. He lived to be 87. I hope he got saved. And he came up with a term, and now believers won't preach the truth because they're afraid that they will take a meaningless man-made term and apply that thing. Well, I would rather have God's term applied to me than to be afraid of man's term.